What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Gakis, and today we're going to be showcasing how to make the weapons you use in Marathon significantly more powerful so you can win a lot more gunfights. If you've ever been saying, how is this guy killing me so fast? How is he reloading so fast? How can they see me from there? This will turn you into that guy. And so, let's get started. Alright, now the basis for improving your weapon's power revolves around the Marathon attachment system, and this system is significantly more complex and advantageous and frankly cool than a lot of people, including myself initially, realize. So let's dive into it. Alright, now the first thing we need to go over is that the rarity of your weapon is actually entirely determined by the amount and the quality of the attachments that weapon has. That's right, a gray base rarity weapon and a gold, like exotic tier weapon are actually exactly the same underneath except for their attachments. So, what makes this gun green? Well, it's because it has 3 green attachments. What makes this one blue? Well, it has 3 green attachments and 1 blue attachment. And same goes for the purple. This has multiple blue attachments and a purple attachment, right? Now, the next most important thing to know is that you can take off and put on attachments for weapons in Marathon. This was not available within the original Marathon Alpha. This is something that Bungie added due to the delay. So that means, yes, I can change the rarity of my weapon by messing with the attachments. I have this purple scar here. I can take off its attachment and now it's blue. I'm going to take off this attachment and now it's green. I take off another one and now it's all the way down to that base white rarity. Conversely, I can go and add attachments back on and increase the rarity of these weapons, right? So that is very important to know, is that if you see a purple rarity weapon, a blue rarity weapon, it doesn't necessarily mean it's doing more damage or it's outright better. It just means that the attachments on it are of higher quality. So you kind of have to pay attention to what exactly the attachments are and like why this weapon is rated as a higher rarity. If all of the rarity is coming from an attachment that you don't value, it comes from a scope you don't like, maybe it's not worth picking up that purple rarity gun. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that established, let's talk about a huge tip when it comes to that factor. And that is, guys, you may want to be taking weapons, you may want to be looting weapons that you otherwise would have left to rot. And here's a good example. This random Copperhead RF submachine gun, if you find this in the field and you don't like this submachine gun, you might leave it. It's blue rarity, I have a purple gun, I don't care. Wait a second, this is a blue rarity because it has a superior purple quality optic. So what you can do in game is you can simply hover over this and remove the optic. It will go, in this case, into the vault, but if you are in game, it will go into your backpack, and then you ditch the gun. You're now looting the most valuable part of that weapon, which is its high rarity attachments. Okay, so that out of the way, the next thing we're going to talk about is improving your weapons. Like, what attachments are you looking for? Well, again, if you're actually in game, what's going to happen is that the attachments are going to be in your backpack, and there's going to be an important symbol that will let you know if you can attach these attachments or not. So, at a quick glance with attachments in your backpack or in your vault, they're going to have one of 2 symbols in the bottom left corner. An X means you can't use them, and the other symbol here means you can. And as you can see, if I hover over this barrel attachment, it highlights where exactly I can use it. I can put it on right there. Now, keep in mind, guys, I can't drag it back off, right? And these symbols do represent all of the guns you have equipped. So this sight I can't use right here with this gun, but if I have the Magnum on Now it changes the symbol to a plus because I can switch it to the Magnum right here, guys, right? So keep that in mind. Another thing is that there's another way you can equip attachments that's much more valuable when I'm on this screen right here and I have a big vault full of attachments. If I go to a weapon and enter its inspect screen, so inspect or modify, which is V for me on the keyboard, I can now click this mod slot and it shows me everything in my vault and my backpack that is able to be applied to this weapon. So I want to put on this one right here. I can install it just like that, right? And I can now scroll through. All right, here are the Volt Array mods I can put on. All right, I can go down to sight. Hey, I'm going to put this purple sight back on. And, oh, barrel, I already have one. And there you go. By the way, that raised the value of my weapon up to a purple rarity weapon. So again, it's either drag and drop based on these symbols or going into the modify screen and it's going to show you what is available. Now, importantly, guys, when you are on that modify screen, it is only going to show you stuff loose in your backpack and your vault. It won't show you stuff that is already equipped to other weapons. You're going to have to unequip that stuff first and put it loose into your backpack or vault before it shows up on that screen. Now, what kind of attachments are you looking for? Well, guys, massive tip, and this will really start to change your gunfights. The chip mods are way better than you think. These chip mods are basically Destiny 2 perks. This one right here, Trigger Discipline, grants a considerable amount of increased accuracy for the first few rounds of a trigger pull. Guys, that's tap the trigger, right? I have another example right here on this purple machine gun. If I put this on, you can see it's purple rarity mod Afterburner. Sliding with this weapon reloads a portion of your magazine and increases stability and accuracy by a massive amount. This is Slide Shot from Destiny 2. Check it out. I have another one here. Bits per second. Rapid precision hits temporarily increase stability and reload speed by a significant amount. This is Rapid Hit from Destiny 2. And so, guys, seriously, these chip mods, they do way more than you think. You actually do want to take the time to read these chip mods. For example, this one right here, this is a universal chip mod. I could put this on anything. But obviously, if rapid precision hits temporarily increase reload speed and stability, I might not want to put it on a very fast-firing SMG that maybe I'm not going to be as accurate, although I can, right? So again, actually read and actually consider where these chip mods are supposed to go. And yes, they can increase damage. I mean, this one right here, while you are overheated, non-precision damage is increased by a moderate amount. Well, if I'm putting that on an SMG that I'm hip firing, I'm spraying and praying when I'm getting up close, hey, I'm just improving my time to kill. I'm improving my damage output. That's a huge deal. But guys, these special perk-like effects also apply to gold rarity weapons. Here's an example with the V75 Scar. It's gold because it has a special gold attachment. And even though this attachment is just a mag perk, it has a special additional perk-like effect. You can see here with Delimited Charge. Adds a third level of charge. When fully charged, this weapon has greatly reduced spread, increased damage, and its projectiles ricochet and pierce hostiles. So again, the most valuable part is just that gold attachment. That is what is making these weapons like exotic quality. It's basically an exotic perk from Destiny 2 that you're finding on these gold rarity weapons. And yes, that means you can take off that gold rarity attachment and put it on a different gun to make that new gun gold rarity. But guys, it is not just the chip mods. Check out this purple rarity magazine attachment. Plus 40 to my magazine. 40 more rounds. That is what we're talking about here. I have another machine gun right here with a blue rarity one. Plus 50 more rounds. Now, yes, these are for machine guns. generally, the other ones, I mean, I have an AR right here, and it's only +3, and the blue ones are like +6, but still, like, that is actually going to make a significant difference. You also have stuff like, I have a shield. I have to press Z to activate the shield, but it will absorb incoming damage. I mean, that's the type of thing that if you're not paying attention to your attachments, if you're not reading your attachments, you don't know about this, you're just losing gunfights for no reason when maybe you could have activated this shield. And I mean, that's a massive advantage in a gunfight when you have an energy shield blocking incoming damage, right? Now, sights are obviously another very important one, but guys, it's not just a random sight. As you can see right here, I got an LMG with a thermal sight, and you can get sniper rifles with thermal sights as well. But an important tip is that even though a magazine like this one is compatible with a lot of different weapons, so I can put this on my M77 assault rifle, it might not have the same effect. For this SMG, it's a massive +17 to the mag size. Like that, it is incredibly huge. Now, unfortunately, I can't drag. I really hope Bungie fixes that. But if I unattach this and I go to my M77, I go to that inspect screen and I see it here. Yeah, +6, +6, +6. So it is a lesser effect. So you may want to be on the lookout, you know, and try different things and see, hey, this one is much more effective on this Bully SMG than it would be on an AR. So if I like the Bully SMG and I see an M77, I see an AR with a mag that's compatible with the Bully, I am taking that off. And that's another, again, important thing. I want to impress this again on you guys. If you see a weapon that you don't really like, you don't think is that amazing, and it has a purple attachment, right? Yoink the attachment, ditch the weapon, right? And extract with that attachment in your backpack. Now, I have this purple attachment that I can use with so many other different weapons. And so guys, overall, again, really value attachments. It is 100% worth actually going in, reading what the attachments do, especially the chip mods, because they are giving you full-fledged perks. And also, if you do have favorite weapons you like, make sure that you are putting attachments on them, you know, if you are bringing them into the fray, if you're bringing them into a match within Marathon. Also keep in mind that, again, if you are looting a bunch of attachments, right, this is very advantageous when you're buying stuff from the Armory. So what I can do here is I have this base rarity AR. It's $100, right? I'm going to buy that. It goes into my vault. Well, now I can go in. If I have a bunch of extra attachments, you know what? Hey, sliding with this weapon reloads. Yeah, I'll take a slide shot. I'll put that on. Let's go to the next one. Barrel. Oh, I have a big magazine +20. I've just doubled the magazine size of this weapon. And what else do we got? We got a sight for it. And now I've taken that base weapon to one of the weapons you are much more happy to loot within the game. If you found this in a box with a 20 round increase to the base 20 round magazine, that is a huge difference. And I made it right off the bat, you know, within this attachment screen. So that is very valuable. Another great example of doing that, guys, is actually just going to be with scout rifles. So certain factions here will offer the scout rifle, but the base scout rifle, it's not that great because it doesn't have a sight. I actually don't know if I do have a sight. I'm going to check right now. But if you're able to put these sights on, I do. Guys, I just made this from kind of a trash tier buy to a top tier weapon because, again, putting that sight on, because I am valuing attachments, I am trying to extract with attachments, is really going to help me. It really makes a massive difference with so many weapons. Now, if you're looking for attachments, again, you want to be actually taking them off weapons you find in the field, but another great place to find attachments is actually with these supply drops. They seem to always have a ton of attachments within these chests here. So if you see these supply drops and you're low on attachments, you want more attachments, these are a great thing to go after and try to loot. Guys, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more marathon content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus, that is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.